Greetings to everyone. Myself, Dr. M. Harivananth, working as Associate Professor in Department of Civil Engineering in Mari Lakshman Reddy Institute of Technology and Management. It is an autonomous institution which is located at Dundikal, Hyderabad. I am handling the subject of surveying and geomatics for the second year civil engineering student. Today we are going to discuss about measurement of directions, that is compass surveying. Measurement of direction. Any line which need two measurements, one is length, another one is direction. For example, if it is line, okay, we need what is the length of this line, L, that we can measure with the help of chain or tape. Along with that we need the angle theta, so that the plotting of that line in the paper is easy to do. It will make a lot of issues to make the diagram. That's why we are in the need of measurement of directions. So in the chain survey it have one difficult, that is nothing but only with the help of distance we can measure the area by dividing the area whatever the given field into number of pieces of triangle. But the making of triangle is not a easy process in the surveying. Okay, now it have little bit tedious work. Even though if we can plot the area, after that mapping or doing the plan for that particular area is a difficult task, since whatever the measurements now, based on that we have to make it in the form of diagram. That will take some time, since we don't know the angle of particular line. So we need to make the diagram with the help of only linear measurement. That is tedious task, since even though it is a triangle, we need to give all the measurements so that it will get close to each other. Then only the diagram will be correct, otherwise it is wrong. So we have to make the diagram accordingly. So for each and every triangle we have to do in the form like this, then only we can get the entire field. Instead of making this kind of diagram, if we can have the angular measurements for each and every line, then the making of our diagram is easier thing, since we are having the angular measurements along with the linear measurement. So with respect to north, what is the reading or what is the angle for the particular line, how the angle it has deviated. If we measured that with respect to north, then automatically the plotting of diagram is easier thing for the particular line. This is that is the disadvantage in chain surveying, and that is the advantage in compass surveying. So whatever the difficulties in chain surveying now, that can be rectified if we are going to use compass. Along with the compass, if we are doing the surveying, then our entire task of plotting work is easier thing. That's why we are going with the chain surveying along with the compass. Next, compass is an instrument which can be used to measure the direction of a survey line with respect to magnetic north-south line. So that always we think we should remember one thing, that is whenever we are going for the work, we need some reference, whether that is base. So what we are going to take now in compass surveying, the north and south line should be taken as a reference. From that reference, what is the deviation of particular line that can be measured. So that is the angle theta. So that angle is our angle for our particular work. or particular line. While plotting that work or that line, with the help of that north, with the help of that reference, we can do our work. So that north south reference direction is called meridian. Similarly, from the what is the deviation of that line or angle from the north to south, that is called bearing. So here this is north and south line. Okay, so this line, this north can be taken as a meridian here. And what is the line we are having now? A and B, this is the line. So with respect to north, what is the angle this line having? That angle is nothing but bearing. So the use of compass for measuring the direction of a line simplifies the surveying to a great extent. I already said whatever the work we are doing in the field, that we have to convert in the form of map or plan or diagram. Okay, no? So while doing that, we are facing these kind of difficulties. Okay, if we are having two measurements for the line, length as well as angle, then we can do our work very easily and it simplifies our office work. Next, there are two types of compass we are normally using in our surveying work. One is called prismatic, another one is called surveyor compass. Here in prismatic compass, this is the figure showing our prismatic compass. Okay, this is called surveyor compass. Here the needle is freely suspended and the readings with respect to north has been attached in the needle. So whatever the readings we are measuring now, that is comes under whole circle bearing. Now we are having a doubt, what is whole circle bearing? Whole circle bearing is nothing but the reading whatever we are having with respect to north. Okay, now so north we can take it as a 0 degree. From the north we can have total of 360 degree. So these measurements of angle 0 to 360 degree is called whole circle bearing. So this type of measurements we can take it out by using our prismatic compass. This is called graduation ring. This ring is attached with needle. Okay, and also this needle have some readings of 0 to 360 degree. Okay, now so 0 degree and 360 degree both are here. And this instrument have eye vane and object vane. Here eye vane in the form of prism. Okay, in the diagram it is visible. So both viewing and reading can be done simultaneously. Okay, now first we have to bisect our object. After that we can look at into the prism so that it directly shows the reading, what is the angle we are having for that particular line with respect to north. So for this work the tripod may be used, or else we can handle the instrument in the hand itself. So these are related to our prismatic compass. Then related to surveyor compass. So what is surveyor compass? Here whatever the needle as well as this graduation ring both are attached in the prismatic compass, but here the needle is separate and the graduation circle is separate. Okay, now so we are having eye vein as well as object vein. Here eye vein in the form of prism in prismatic compass, but in surveyor compass like object vein, same like as eye vein. So whenever we are seeing the reading, no, so just to bisect our object and you can look on the surface of our compass, so that what is the angle we are having, we can read that with the help of our needle. Okay, sighting and viewing cannot be done simultaneously in the surveyor compass. Okay, then the system, whatever the reading system we are having in our surveyor compass, okay, that is called as quadrantal bearing system, which means the readings are with respect to north and south. We are going to take it out, N and S, towards whatever the reading we are having, you know, towards with respect to east and west. So whatever the reading we are going to mention it, that is related to north to east or south to east, or else north to west or south to west. Among these four we can denote in the one form. So this system is called as quadrantal bearing system. In prismatic compass we are going to have our readings in the form of 0 to 360 degree. That's why we can call it as whole circle bearing. But in surveyor compass we are going to read our reading with respect to north and south. North and south. Here the needle is freely suspended needle. There is no attachment with the graduation ring. That's why we are going to take it as with respect to north and south, and towards east or west we are going to read out our reading, so that we have our reading in terms of north, whatever the reading we are going with respect to east, or else north the reading with respect to west, or else south the reading with respect to east, or else south reading with respect to west. This system is called as quadrantal bearing system. So this should be carried out in the surveyor compass, but in all over the world we are using only prismatic compass because of simplification of work. In surveyor compass we are in need of our tripod. So this is the common things are related to prismatic compass as well as surveyor compass. So things are related to prismatic compass. So we already seen that the graduation circle is fixed to broad type of needle, so it will not rotate with respect to line of sight. Then there is a prism, we seen that. Then sighting and reading can be done simultaneously. The magnetic needle do not act as index, that means it won't act as alone, it should act along with the graduation ring. And the bearing system whatever we are having, that is called whole circle bearing. The graduations are marked inverted since its reflection is read through the prism. The reading is taken through a prism. And tripod may or may not be used, so we can held in a hand also. So this is the essential parts which are denoted, that is cross section view of our compass, prismatic compass. Here we can have some essential parts, that is first one is needle here, then second one is pivot, then third one is our agate cap, fourth one is graduated disc, and fifth one is silt metal frame, and sixth one is horse hair here for the purpose of. Seventh one is mirror. So the mirror is used to bisect the element easily. Okay now. And eighth one, reflecting prism with cap. This is reflecting prism with cap. Here we are having some arrangement, so that the arrangement have some glass pieces. During the sunny season, because of sun effect we won't get clear vision of our readings. So that's why this band, that is 10th one, focusing stud, okay now, so we can move this up and down so that we can make the reading clearly. Meanwhile, with the help of this glass we can view the reading without any reflection. And here the 11th one, that is nothing but a dark sunglass. It is used to bisect our object, okay now, when the sun is heavily indexed. So the 16th one is brake pin or knob. So if wherever we are going to keep our instrument, that time the needle gets started to reflect or rotate it. For settling purpose, we are going to use this knob, the pin knob, okay now. So by pressing that, the oscillation of graduation ring gets stopped easily. Next is surveyor compass. So here the graduation circle is fixed to the box so that the line of sight will rotate in the point of line. There is no prism, only slit we can have. Sighting and viewing cannot be done simultaneously. The magnetic needle acts as index while reading, since it is not attached with the graduation ring. The graduations are indexed as quadrantal bearing system. So I already said it is with respect to north and south, we are going to read it towards east or west. So that this bearing system is called as quadrantal bearing system. And graduations are marked directly, there are not inverted. So directly we can have our reading, there is no inversion on that. The reading is taken by directly viewing the top of the glass, we already discussed. So tripod is essential in this type of compass surveying. So this image shows the surveyor compass. Here the needle is there and the needle does not attach with our graduation ring here, and we are directly having our readings. And here this is object vein, this is eye vein, this is called slit, okay. So this is related to our surveyor compass. So whenever we are going to start work in the field, that time we are in the position to do some temporary adjustments. Those adjustments are centering, leveling and focusing the object. So first thing, centering. So we should keep our instrument over the station point, that is called the centering process. So whenever we are going to shift our instrument over the station point, every time we have to do this operation. That means our center point of our compass should be exactly over the point in the field, like the way we have to place it, okay now. So second one is leveling. Leveling is nothing but we have to make whatever the needle in our compass, that should be freely oscillated without any disturbance, so that automatically it shows the direction of magnetic north. Then third one, focusing the prism or object. Here if we are going to use prismatic compass, the prism we have to make the visibility very clear, okay, like the way we have to do some adjustment of prism. After that we have to bisect our object. So these are all the three temporary process we are going to do in the field related to our compass surveying. So what are all the accessories used for compass surveying? One is compass, it is essential, okay. So next thing is tripod. So we are in need of tripod, so that over the tripod we have to fix the compass. So these are all the accessories used in compass surveying. Next, I said that prismatic compass we are going to have whole circle bearing, and in surveyor compass we are having quadrantal bearing. Now we can discuss about whole circle bearing and quadrantal bearing. So first, whole circle bearing. So whatever the reading we are having or we are going to get it now, that is from 0 degree to 360 degree. This is called whole circle bearing. For example, in the field we are going to fix our instrument over the station point. Here this is the station point A, okay now. So here we are having the another point of B. So now we have to get the reading of this line AB, correct? How the way we have to get it? Once after placing that, the compass should be oscillated and it shows the exact north, magnetic north. After that, what we have to do, we have to just bisect this point with the help of, that is, object vane and prism we are having. The line should bisected, the object vane should be bisected this point, whatever the point B. After that, we should note out the reading so that it gives 45 degree. So this 45 degree is comes under whole circle bearing. And if we are having the point somewhere here, this point C, okay now, if I am going to look at it, okay now, with respect to same north, what will be the angle for this line A to C? If I am going to measure it, for example 135 degree I am getting. So this 135 degree is comes under whole circle bearing, since there is no movement of our needle. So it is freely suspended and it is focusing towards north. So we can take that base reference as north. So from the north we are going to measure all the readings. Then third point, if I am going to take third point D as here, okay now. So the line AD, what is the angle corresponding to this line AD with respect to north, that we are going to measure it. If I am going to get the 225 degree, this is comes under whole circle bearing. Similarly, line A to E, here I am having another point. So that for the point of A to E, the line A to E, what is the angle from with respect to north? If I am going to measure it, I am getting as 315 degree. So this is called whole circle bearing. So whatever the reading we are getting now, which is obtained from the magnetic north, so that the bearing system is called whole circle bearing system. But what is quadrantal bearing system? If we are going to use surveyor compass, we can get the quadrantal bearing system, okay. So for example, here the graduation ring is attached with the compass, okay now. The needle act as index, that is, needle will act separately. So what is the reading it's going to denote, that is our object vane and the eye vane gets denoted. That reading we should measure, okay. So here I am having our object vane, here I am having eye vane. So here I have my needle. Okay, sorry. So here I am having my object vane, here I am having eye vane, and I am having the needle like this, okay. So this is related to north, since this is also magnetic needle. Now what I am going to do means, if I am having the point A, so here it is north, south, this is east and west, and my graduations are related to 0 to 90 degree. So here it is 0 degree, here it is 90 degree. Similarly, here it is 0 degree and here it is 90 degree, and here also 0 degree and here it is 90 degree. So and east and west I am having 90 degree readings, and north and south I am having 0 degree readings, okay now. So the graduations are in between 0 degree to 90 degree. So that's why I'm going to get reference points from north or else south, and towards which direction I am going to move, either east or west. That I have to denote clearly in the quadrantal bearing system. For example, my point A is here, so this is point A. I have to fix the compass over the station point. After that, I have to get the reading of point B. Now what I am going to do now, I just going to rotate my instrument, okay, now, so that the object vane and the I vane get bisected the object, okay, now, so this is bisected, so that my object vane here and I vane here, so that the what is the reading or what is the angle that I am going to see over the top of the glass, okay, now, so I am getting 45 degree. If I am simply going to give 45 degree, so where it is, so where it is located, since my readings are 0 to 90 degree, 0 to 90 degree, first quadrant, second quadrant, third quadrant and fourth quadrant. So where it has lied, that I have to mention it clearly. So here how the way I am going to tell means, here my reading is with respect to north, in between with respect to north and south I am having. So how I am going to give it means, north 45 degree east. So whatever the reading I have taken now, that is in between north to east. So that how the way I am going to give north 45 degree east, towards east, and I am going to take this second point, that is C, so that I have to rotate my instrument. So I am going to bisect this point, okay. So here I am having object vane and here I am having I vane, okay, now. So now my reading is again 45 degree, so but it is lies in second quadrant, that is called south to east. So how the way I have to write, south 45 degree, okay, now, east. So this is how my reading should be, either where at which quadrant it is placed, either first, second, third or fourth, that I have to clearly noted, then only I have to read the readings, okay, now. So north to east is the first quadrant, east, south to east is the second quadrant, south to west is the third quadrant, north to west is the fourth quadrant. Likewise, I have to take the readings in quadrantal bearing system, which means by using surveyor compass I have to read the reading like this. Now we can discuss about how to convert the whole circle bearing into quadrantal bearing, that we can discuss now. So in whole circle bearing, okay, now, whatever the reading we have taken now, so first object B is 45 degree, okay, now, and second one is all are with respect to north, second one is 135 degree, and the third one is 230 degree, and fourth one is 345 degree. Okay, so first one is 45, so second reading is 135 degree, this is lies in second quadrant, and third one is so 0 degree, here it is 90 degree, okay, here it is 180 degree, here it is 270 degree, again here it is 360 degree, or 0 degree or 360 degree. We are having the whole circle bearing is reading is like this, and third one is 230 degree, the line, whatever the line we are having now, that is getting 230 degree. Fourth one is 345 degree. Okay, now we have to change this reading in the form of reduced bearing system. So I already said this is first quadrant, this is second quadrant, this is third quadrant, and this is fourth quadrant. So first quadrant readings are with respect to north and east. Then second quadrant readings are with respect to south east. Then third quadrant readings are with respect to south west. Then fourth quadrant readings are with respect to north west. So this 45 degree is comes under northeast. So north east, that means at first quadrant. So what is the value? So which is started from north, magnetic north, correct? So this readings 45 degree has been started from magnetic north. So here this is also starts from magnetic north. So the reading won't change. So north 45 degree east we can give it. Okay now. But second reading, so this is comes under southwest, second quadrant, that is southeast. So south east, which means from the south, what is the reading here, that we have to take it. From south we have to take it. So south east. So south is reference point here for the second quadrant. Okay, for second and third quadrant, south is the reference point. For the first and fourth quadrant, north is the reference point in the quadrantal bearing system. So southeast. So how the way we have to get? So south, here the total readings in the quadrant whole circle bearing system is 180 degree. So south 180 degree minus what is the value we can have with respect to our line. So that is nothing but 135 degree, minus 135. So how much my value? So south, so 180 degree minus 180 degree minus 135, which gives 45 degree angle east. So this is my answer. So that the angle from here to here is nothing but 45 degree. So south to 45 degree towards east I am having the reading. Next to 230 degree. So how I am going to take? So 230 degree is comes under third quadrant system. So that the reading should be with respect to south west. Okay, now with respect to south to west, what is there in the total bearing system, that is 0 to, in whole circle bearing it has the reading of 230 degree. So south 230 degree, up to south we are having the value of 180 degree in total, whole circle bearing. So if I am going to deduct with respect to south, what is the value I am getting? Okay, now so south 50 degree west, that is my angle. So now my whole circle bearing reading is 230 degree, but my quadrantal bearing value is south 50 degree west. Okay, now similarly for last reading 345 degree. So now the entire reading is 345. Okay, now so with respect to north and west, my quadrantal bearing system should be. So how the way I have to get it? So north, so total north to north I having the values of 360 degree, correct? So 360 degree minus my corresponding angle, that is 345. So it is lies in the fourth quadrant, so my value should be north to west. So north 15 degree, west is my value or my quadrantal bearing. So this is the how I have to convert my whole circle bearing in the form of quadrantal bearing. Similar way we can convert our whole circle bearing to similar way we can convert our quadrantal bearing to whole circle bearing. So I think you may get some clear idea about it. Thank you for your patience, and thank you all. Thank you.